How to use Google Forms complete tutorial. Hello guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to show you a tutorial of how you can use Google Forms and how you can build amazing forms in free on Google. So let's get into it. Here you can see that I have opened Google Forms for me, and here you can get insights quickly with Google Forms. You can easily create and share online forms and surveys and analyze responses in real time. So it is very easy, it is free, and you can create amazing forms using Google Forms. They can be of any type. You can create surveys, you can analyze them, you can share them online, you can share their link and everything. So you can create an online form as easily as creating a document. You can send polished surveys and forms. You can have analyzed responses with automatic summaries. Then you can create and respond to surveys from anywhere, and you also have some couple of other features that you can use on Google Forms. So it is a very easy and very amazing platform that you can use. Mostly it is free, but you also have a business standard for $12 per month. Here you're going to get 2 TB per user. You're also going to get 150 participants for Google Meet, and it is basically going to give you some of the perks that you might need if you have a big business. But if you're just a small business, if you're just are using it on a personal level, then I guess that this free version is more than enough for you. So we can get started. Click on this option which says go to forms, and it is going to open this bar for you. Here you can see that you can create your own forms. First of all, you have some templates given for you. You can create an event registration form. You have a contact information form, RSVP, party invite, and t-shirt sign up. You can also go to the template gallery, and you're going to get other templates as well. Like you have event feedback, you have order form, job application, time off request, work request, customer feedback. So if any of these forms are required for you, you can just go on and open them, and you can basically edit them a little bit if you want to. But I guess if you are just wanting something, like if you really want a job application form, you can simply go with this one. So when you are basically going to create a new form, you can click on that option of create a blank form, which was available on the first. You can go with that, or you can continue with any of these templates, and you can edit them later on and have a form that is according to your own choice. So this is a job application form. First of all, let's talk about the header. You can change the header image if you want to. Like for example, these are all the editing options I'm going to have for the header, like this. Wait a second. So here you can see that this is a job application form. This is a template that I have chosen. Now let me show you how I can make editing, how you can make edits to this form, and how you can make it to your own job application form. So for example, first of all, the option of you have is your header. So this is something which makes the form attractive. So you can change it, or you can just go on and go. You can continue with this. It's completely up to you. Now you have the option of the main title of the form. If you want to change that, you can do that. Like for example, I want to add the job application. I don't want to add the form thing on it. You can make it bold, italics. You can underline it. You can also insert a link to it, and you can basically remove the formatting. It's completely up to you. In this field, you can add a question. You can import questions, add title, etc. So here you can see that after this you have an option to edit this description. So for example, if you have a job description, you can add some kind of instructions here. Like normally when you are basically adding a form, you add instructions in the description of the title. So what you do is, like for example, if there's a job application, please fill in all the required fields, and also you can ask them to have some kind of please add relevant information, authentic information, something like that. Just instructions, random instructions about filling the form. After you're done in the instruction, you have an option to bold, italics, underline. You can also add a numbered list. You can add bullet list, or you can remove the formatting. After you're done with your description, you start adding the fields into your form. So this is the first field, and the field type that I've chosen, the answer type that I've chosen, is a short answer. You can choose a paragraph, and you can see all of these options right here. You have multiple choice, checkboxes, drop down, file upload. You have linear scale, multiple choice, grid checkbox, grid, date, and time. So all of these options you can add as your answer. So for name, obviously they have chosen a short answer which is relevant. Here you are going to add in your question. So this is the question that they have added. This is the name. Okay, so you can also add a picture to your to your question. Like for example, if you're making quiz and you have a picture that you want your students to analyze or something, so you can insert any picture as your question right here as well. So after that, here is the description of your question that you have just added. Like for example, first and last name, these are the two things that are required. You don't have to add any kind of middle name if you want to. Then there is an option, there is a field where you can type in your name, which is for the people or the person who is going to fill out this form. Then you have an option to duplicate the question as well, and you can delete it, and you can turn the required field on or off. So when you turn it on, you're going to see this red star against all of the questions that
have required field turned on. What it does is that it doesn't allow the person to submit the form until they have filled that specific question. So for all the important questions you can turn it on, and for all the optional questions you can turn it off. It's up to you. Then you can also have an option to show the description or response validation. It's up to you as well. Then when you're done with this field, you can come on to second field. Here you can see that this is the email field. It is also a short answer field, and you have an option to have a text, number, length, and regular expression. You have an option of email contains, doesn't contain email, like if you want it to have some kind of specific text, or if you want your email to have or contain something, or if you want to have a custom error text, like for example, this is the email is wrong, or you can add a custom error text, like for example, if they type an email that is not authentic, please add a valid email address. You can add some kind of error text like that, and then there is a whole thing of required, etc. So you can also move these fields from here to here. Like for example, I want people to add in their phone number first and then their email, so I can just switch the whole blocks like this. After that, you can see that which positions are you interested in: position 1, position 2, and position 3. So here now they have added the question as check boxes. So like for example, they have chosen check boxes as the answers. That's why you are seeing position 1, position 2, and position 3 right here. To add another field, you can just click on this add other, and you can type in position 4. Option 4, like you can add position 4. You can also add a picture as an image as a checkbox as well. So this is the option for them to select at least one field or at most two fields. It's up to you. You can change that and like select at least one field. I want to change it to this. And then you have a customer text, like whenever a person fails to fulfill this question, you please at least choose a one field or something like that.
Okay, so here you can see that first of all you have an option to add in the job description. First of all, you have to add the title of whatever the you are creating the form for, and after that you have your option to add the description into it as well. And here all the editing options as well, like you can make it bold, italics, you can underline it, add any link to it, and make it in bullet points or whatever. So these are all the things that you have. The next things are basically you're going to have to add different kind of fields into your form. So first of all, as this is a job application form, so that's why the first field is the name field, and then in every field that you add is basically in you have an option, you have a place where you're going to add in your question, your title of your field, or whatever the field is about. Then you have your option to add some kind of description to it, or some kind of explanation to it, depending upon the type of answer that you choose. So right now I have chosen short answer for the name. If you want to choose any other option, here you have others, like you can allow your users to add a paragraph, you can have them to add a multiple choice questions, you can have checkboxes, drop down, file upload, linear scale, multiple choice grid checkbox, etc. So these are all the options for you to add in which you can add your answer. So after you're done with that, like this is a name field, so that's why it is reasonable to have them allowed to add a short answer text. If you're done with that, then you have another field. In this form there are fields that are already allocated. So if you're creating a form yourself, you won't be having all of these fields already generated. You have to come here, click on this plus button, and you have to click on add question, and then you'll be able to add a new field. So if you want to basically switch the fields from here to somewhere else, you can just go on and change their number when it comes to answering them. And I have now emailed the first one, and then I have the phone number. So if you want to add any picture to any field, you can just click on this option of adding an image, or you can just go on and add import different questions into this. You can add a title and description, you can add an image, you can add a video, and you can also add a different section. So these are all the options when you're creating something new. So I'm just going to go on and add phone numbers. Of the answer to the phone number field is also a short answer. So depending upon the type of the question you have, then you have your question in which you have your options, like which positions are you interested in. Okay, so now here you can see that here I have added the options as check boxes. So you can just go on and select this field right here, and you can see the answers are in check boxes. Now if you want to change them to multiple choice, you can do them as well, and they will all be in multiple choice. The check boxes and multiple choice are almost the same, but there is a little bit of difference of the format. And then the next field is submit your cover letter and resume. So they have basically given an option to add the answer as a long answer text. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to change it from paragraph to a file upload, because obviously they are going to upload their files here. So I'm just going to ask them to upload their files. Like for example, if they have any kind of a document, a Word document, a Google Drive document, whatever there is, they can just upload here. So allow only specific files, you can turn this on. If you want to have only specific files uploaded, like I want to have a document and a PDF, other than that I don't want any kind of different kind of document format. Maximum number of the files can be uploaded, like I can see that maximum number that can be uploaded are 5, and then there's a maximum file size of 10 MB. That is good. So you can just go on and continue with that. If you want to change any of these information, you can just go on and do that as well. Then you have an interview date. So this is the one where I have added the field as a calendar. If you want to change that, I'm just going to, it is the date right now, so if you want to change that, you can change it to time, a checkbox creator, something like that. Now when you're done with this, you can just go on and add another section like this that I have added. So what this section is going to do, that you can say that this is all the demographics information about the job. So now I'm going to ask for the people to add in their educational history or something like that. So this section is going to talk about the education of the person that who is applying for the job. So you can just go on and add fields related to education, like your maximum level of education, your previous history of education, etc. Upload your current degree or something like that, so you can have that question as well. So this is how you basically generate a form on Google Docs. When you're done with your form and you publish it, what you can do is you can see the responses of the form that you have gotten. So you can link it to the sheets, Google Sheets as well. That is going to generate an Excel file of all the responses. Here you're when you're getting the responses, you're also going to get all of the pie charts for all of these responses. And then you have your settings. You can change the settings of the form. You can make it as a quiz. In a quiz, what will happen is basically it will only allow them to fill it once, and then you can also allow some kind of marks to it. And whenever a person fills the quiz, they're going to get the marks out of 10 or 20 or whatever you have dedicated. Then you have your responses, manage how your responses are collected and protected. You can just go on and select that. And then you have your presentation, manage how the form and responses are presented. You can see that show progress bar, shuffle question order. If you're basically making it a quiz, you can shuffle the question order to make the happenings of cheating less often. And then you can basically have a confirm message, show link to submit another. So you can check all of these settings before submitting the form. And when you're done with everything, what you can do is you can send the form back to this option. And by doing this, you're going to get a link to the form. Like for example, you can send it via emails like this. You can get the link for the form. Like I'm just going to shorten the link, and this is the link of my form. I can just go and copy that, and I can paste that anywhere that I want, and I can send them any platform where I think that I want people to fill my form. So after you're done, you can just go on and do that. And then you have your redo and undos it as well. And here are you're going to get more options. They can make a copy of the form, you can move it to trash, get a pre-filled link, you can print the form, add collaboratives, etc. So these are all the things that you can do on Google Docs, where you can generate forms. Google Form Builder is a really great thing that you can generate very easy forms in the time of minutes, and the editing options are also very good. So this was it for today's video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Please give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to Software is Made Easy. Thank you.